of 1973, and class president, Ed Maffia.
No, that would be out of character for you guys to quiet down. First of all, I would just want to thank several people because putting this together is a major project. And I want to thank Gail for all her work, Alexandria for all her work, and Natalia for all her work. I also want to thank Steve Scorvati for the work he did, along with Joe Giannuzzi and Bob Candello, because they work very hard. This doesn't happen by itself. And, I want a special recognition for all the classes that are here represented. But the class of 63, you guys gotta have the tip of the hat. Because
Everybody up,
60 years, that's incredible. I mean, and God bless you guys. And for the class of 73, all I want to know is, where did 50 years go? I mean, I'm not old enough. We're not old enough to be out of high school 50 years. I mean, there's got to be something wrong with the math. Because it's a hologram. I'm not really here. But when you stop and think about it, in the blink of an eye, we're here to celebrate the shared experience of being at Holy Cross High School. And I have to say, it wasn't until years later that I really looked back and appreciated that experience. You know, we're so busy moving forward, and we're so busy looking at getting out of high school and going to college or trade school, and then either medical school or law school or graduate school, and then you're looking at starting a family and buying a house and having children, and it never stops. And now we're at the stage of the game where we're talking about retirement and grandkids and all that stuff, and you stop and never get a chance to stop and look back and appreciate the journey, because we've all been on a journey individually and as an organization, as a group. And I just want to put things in perspective for the rest of you. The class of 73, gas was 39 cents a gallon. A gallon of milk was 26 cents. A dozen eggs was 78 cents. The number one hit movie the year we graduated was The Exorcist.
I saw that.
The number one TV hit was All in the Family. And then the Billboard's number one hit was Tony Orlando and Dawn, Tie a Yellow Ribbon.
We saw that.
Now, there was no internet for you young guys. There was no cell phone. And thank God there was no social media. Because if there was social media, this reunion would be taking place at Rikers Island. Because that's where a majority of us would be residing right now. But, you know, when you think about it, when was the last time you thought about roundups at Alley Pond Park before Malloy basketball games? Now, for you young guys, roundups are pre-gaming. See, that's what you guys call it now, you pre-game. Back in our day, it was roundups at Alley Pond Park. When was the last time you thought of Brother Robert Burns, affectionately Bobo, and the Fine Arts Club, and getting roped into going to the Nutcracker every Christmas? But the best had to be Brother Francis Ellis, the Dean of Discipline, and the fear he created just walking down the hallway as a freshman. And I can remember if you wore illegal pants, which consisted of bell bottoms, corduroy, and you never even considered blue jeans. And Big Frank is what we affectionately called him, would have a closet full of pants that if you wore illegal pants, you'd have to go into his office, put on a pair of his pants, and the whole day you were walking around holding your books with one hand and his pants with another. But the best had to be Doc Shalero, freshman chemistry. Now envision this. He was teaching us the chemical reaction of an internal combustion engine. And he brought in a mini bike, a gasoline-powered mini bike. And I want you to visualize this. Almost 300 pounds of Doc Shalero sitting on a little mini bike with goggles on, goggles paisano in the flesh. And the elevator doors open, and out comes Doc Shalero on this mini bike. Hooks a right-hand turn, goes down the hallway into the track, and starts doing laps around the track. That vision was seared in my mind and required a lot of therapy. But we all have 1,000 stories like that because it's what binds us together and makes this place special. Now, I'm not going to say our class was the best class because I wouldn't want to insult all the other alumni. But we had a special class, and it was because of the guys that were there. And 41 of them are represented here. And you think about what motivates somebody to come back after 50 or 60 years. And we had guys that were the heart and soul of this class. Jerry Cifarelli, Jack McGinty, Ricky Geindel, Nelly, Scott Masterson, John Gemelli, Bruce Rapepi, and I could name all the guys represented here tonight. And it was special. But the thing that was the X factor of what made our class special was Brother Pascal, affectionately known as Mussolini. He was about 4 foot nothing, and he was about as intense and passionate as anybody I have ever known in my life. And my senior year, I spent my senior year with his finger in my face, telling me there's only one class of 1973. And that was special. And he said it so loud and so often, we actually bought into it. And that's why you see 41 people coming back to share an experience that we had 50 years ago. And that's astounding, because that never happens. And I just want to say that we have a fund called the Knights Fund. And I would encourage everybody to donate. A lot of you have, a lot of you haven't. But I just recently went to a 50-year grammar school reunion. And the school is closed. And that was very poignant because on the heels of that, we were coming back here. And it's not the same school we went to. First of all, there are girls here, which totally, I mean, I would have loved to see these animals with girls in the school, you know, because that would have been just off the hook. But I want to see the class of 2023 come back in 2083 and celebrate their 50-year high school reunion. And the only way that's going to happen is if we contribute. And I'm not just talking about money, but I'm talking about a little piece of yourselves. Talk to Gail. There are plenty of programs where these kids can benefit from all the experiences that we've had in life. And I would encourage you to do that. And I have to say, when Gail asked me to speak, I was taken aback by it because it's been 50 years. And to think that she trusted me enough with this microphone, I thank you. And I just want to say, let's not wait another 10 years, guys. Let's get together. Let's make it an annual thing, because the sad part about these reunions are the people that are no longer here, missing those guys. And I think we need to make it an effort. Bob Bernardo, I was really sad to hear that he had passed away, because Bob Bernardo was a senior class officer, and he was a great guy, great sense of humor, and it really touched me when I found out he wasn't here. So as long as we're here, let's not take this for granted, and let's come back to Holy Cross, and let's make the most of it, because a lot of these kids can benefit from our experience. Thank you. God bless you. Have a great night, and we'll see you.